Good evening, everyone, and welcome yet again to this new episode of Your Market Navigator. Today we have Vishwesh Mehta, who is our senior research analyst who has joined us. Vishwesh has 9 years of experience in equities and capital market. He has been with Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC since 2011, and he has been specializing in sectors like infrastructure, industrials, and logistics. And he's the only doctor, in fact, we have in our AMC. So by qualification, he's chartered accountant, and he has done his PhD in finance from IIM Bangalore. So welcome, doctor,
Thank you.
for
Thank you, Bhavik.
to this session, and really looking forward to some insights in this sector. सो विशेष पहले तो ये बताएं आप कि 2003 टू 2007 का फेज जो हम लोग देखे इन्वेस्टमेंट जर्नी का, तो काफी एक अलग माहौल था इंडिया के अंदर इन टर्म्स ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट्स, इन टर्म्स ऑफ इवन द कैपिटल मार्केट परफॉर्मेंस एटसेट्रा.
Correct.
But for the last like 10-12 years it has been quite subdued.
Yeah.
So पहले हमको एक if you can just take us through the journey कि investment की in terms of our economy, what has been the journey of investment and capex.
Yeah. So quite first of all, thanks for inviting and hosting me. So I hope we'll be able to do justice to all the audience and people would love the session. So quite an interesting question to begin with. So I have some material, maybe I can share that with you, and I'll just share the screen with the audience here. So the question is very valid, and time and again people come up with this question. In pink papers also we keep on reading na कि capex cycle आ रहा है, capex cycle आ रहा है. Every 6 months, every 1 year, sell side analysts, policy makers, everybody keep writing ना कि capex cycle आ रहा है, industrial cycle आ रहा है, investment cycle हो रहा है. Why is it important? And हम लोग बार-बार we look back on 2003, 2007, वो period में जाके हम लोग, because that was the golden period, that was the period where India made a lot of investments, and that was a period where we made a very big boom, and there were right reasons for that, and that was the golden period where we had a lot of investments. So I'll take back, and maybe we can you can ask me questions where you feel like, but I'll draw parallels what happened last time and what will happen this time around. So last time around, so investment is actually the backbone of any economy, right? So why is investment important? Because investment is something that drives the economy. So consumption keeps on happening, but unless you put on investment, you can't have consumption. So if you put in investment, what happens is you drive growth, you drive job growth, you drive manufacturing, you drive everything else, and that's the reason why investment is very important. So investment, as I call it, is the growth enabler. So in a classical GDP formula, consumption, government expenditure, investment, and net export, investment is the only variable that tends to drive and be the exogenous variable. So that is the only thing that can pump prime the economy, that can drive the economy, and that over the period of time is what is the driver of growth over a longer period of time. So if you look at when you question me, what is the driver? So if you look at what happened in 2003 to 2010, this is what actually happened. So from 2002 to 2010, this is what happened. We moved from a gross fixed capital formation. Now, what is gross fixed capital formation is India में कितना हम लोग इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं, यानी अपना जीडीपी है उसमें हम लोग इन्वेस्टमेंट निवेश कितना करते हैं. तो इन्वेस्टमेंट जीडीपी के अंदर कितना हो रहा है, तो 40% हम लोग जीडीपी का निवेश कर रहे थे. हम लोग 30% कर रहे थे 2000 के साल में, वो 30% का हम लोग 40% करने लगे 2010 तक. तो दिस वाज द बिग बूम दैट हैपेंड. ओके, एंड दिस इज व्हाट वी नाउ लुक बैक अपॉन and say कि भाई this was the big capex cycle that happened when we look back ना. उसके बाद there has been a cyclical downturn. तो जो 2010-12 में हो गया, उसके बाद हम लोग आज investment to GDP आज वापस करीबन 30 पे नीचे आ चुका है. So if you were to look at, we had a secular upturn and then we have downturn, and there are various reasons for it, and we can come to the reasons, but this is what has been the driving factor. So there are things like if you break the investment up, there are public investments, corporate investments, and household investments. the reason why investments went up was the reason because not your corporate investments went up. यानी इंडिया में 2003 में क्या हुआ, आपका इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एक्ट आ गया 2003 के अंदर से 2003 से पहले इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के अंदर निवेश करना प्राइवेट सेक्टर को अलाउड नहीं था। 2003 के अंदर हमने अनबंडल किया कि आपको अगर निवेश करना है इंडिया के अंदर आके आपको इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट करना है तो यू कैन डू दैट। उसके कारण काफी निवेश आया। तो यू कैन सी हियर इज व्हेन प्राइवेट सेक्टर इन्वेस्टमेंट पिक्ड अप। सो from a lows of 10% in 2003, your private sector investment, that's a corporate investment, went up to all the way 15%. And this is what drove the investment cycle up. Uske baad, your household also started picking up, and that actually led to the investment cycle picking up. So this is what happened in 2003 to 2007 phase, and that actually led to the corporate cycle moving up. So this is what happened 2003 to 2007. Uske baad, we have been, Bhavdeep Bhai has been, as what I say, we have been chugging along. We have been going around in cycles. Nothing much has been moving around. Cycles we have been moving around, but slow and steady हो रहा है. It's not that we are not investing. हम लोग decent invest कर रहे हैं. So if you compare India's investment vis-a-vis other countries, let's say you compare to Indonesia, compare to Brazil and all. So India में हम लोग 30% GDP का invest करते हैं. Compare that to let's say Brazil which invests only 15%. India invest 30%, Indonesia invests 33%. China is the only country which invests more than India. So China invests close to 40% of investment to GDP. So investment हमारा काफी अच्छा है, ऐसा नहीं investment हम लोग कम कर रहे हैं. But somehow the rate at which we are investing is stagnant. So वो rate has to pick up is what we understand, and वो slow and steady है, but the corporate side has to pick up even more. And because the returns for corporate investment, if the corporate investment goes up, the returns that corporate investment brings is much higher, and that is where the more and more profitability can come through. This is what the reason why I think people compare that this cycle to 2003 2007. Why is it not why? Because public investment is still happening. Public investment is still going around, but corporate investment has died down from 15% of GDP. It has come down to 11% of GDP, and this is where I think we have over the last 5-10 years come back, and this is where we are. So just to answer that question, briefly, this is what has happened over the last few years. So
yeah, sure. Yeah, I think thanks for this few charts. I think it makes it very clear कि जो public investment है वो शायद almost वही level पे है, मगर corporate का जो capex है वो काफी कम हो गया. मगर विश्वेश हमको ये बताया कि ये government has been kind of doing a lot in this space. Lot of policies are coming up. I mean, we saw into 2018, if I'm not mistaken, or 2019. 2019, I think, when government came out with this lower tax for new manufacturing facilities. अभी PLI की एक स्कीम जो लॉन्च की है, तो काफी पॉलिसी इनिशिएटिव्स इस तरफ है, मगर कैपेक्स जो पर्टिकुलरली कॉर्पोरेट कैपेक्स है वो कोई साइंस नहीं दिख रहा है राइट नाउ. इज दैट राइट, और यू थिंक देयर आर सम अर्ली साइंस फॉर इट टू कम बैक?
So, Bhavdeep Bhai, you are very right, and let me tell you what has happened, right? I mean, so this is a classic chart. I mean, India में ना last since UPA 2 हमने 2011 में ना पीक कर दिया था अपना केपेक्स साइकिल जो हमने यहाँ देखा, राइट? सबसे पहले अपना कॉर्पोरेट केपेक्स पीक हुआ 2011 में, 2010 में, 11 में. उसके बाद अपना हाउस होल्ड केपेक्स पीक हुआ. हाउस होल्ड केपेक्स मतलब आप और मैं जो घर लेते हैं वो साइकिल पीक हो गया, यानी रियल एस्टेट साइकिल वर्चुअली पीक हो गया. उसके बाद देयर इज वन वे डाउनवर्ड, राइट? आई मीन उसके बाद देयर इज बीन वन वे डाउनवर्ड. द रीजन इज यूपीए 2 में हमने देखा देयर लॉट ऑफ पॉलिसी पैरालिसिस, राइट? बेसिकली जितना भी पीपीपी प्रोजेक्ट्स आए थे, वेदर इट वाज इन रोड, वेदर इट वाज इन पावर प्लांट्स, lot of them could not meet the required rate of return, right? And that is the reason what happened is lot of bank NPA started happening, and that was one reason why equity markets started pulling back. Not only equity markets started pulling back, a lot of banks also started pulling the credit back. People were very averse to lending to those sectors, and this data, if you look at this data, bank credit to industry, bank credit to infra, right? This is the credit to infra. So had become, so let's say pre-Modi also, if you look at 2014 or pre-Modi also, before that, setting up a power plant had become, a word where you used to think about इसमें कुछ problem हो जाएगा. You either had a coal issue or you might not get, a PPA. Sort of an issue started creeping up. After Modi government took up for 2-3 years, we had a lot of issue. I mean, then you had DeMon, then you had GST. So private sector had always, had been on a back step. I mean, had been on a back foot, saying that के boss मैं करूँ कि नहीं करूँ. So whether it is on the industry side also. So demand side से भी also Bhavdeep bhai, if you were to look at के whether demand was conducive or not, demand side also we never saw the demand was very conducive, and that was one of the reason why the industry side also was not very keen on expanding the like this. They were very keen in the earlier cycle because global economy was not roaring like it was in the earlier cycle. They felt was there is not a need right now. The demand is not there. People are not spending right like they were in the last cycle. The goods and the demand for goods and the demand for basic industry is not there, and that is the reason there was the overall slowdown, and that has been reflected in the way in which capex happened. So that was the reason why you had seen overall slowdown that we saw over the last 7-8 years. Alberta, I think we tried a lot. So if you look at after Modi ji came in, we saw this Make in India initiative. There were a lot of good steps, and I think 2016-17 we saw this in Make in India initiative where they tried to put in a lot of things in place. But we as an economy we moved one step forward. We are into service economy. We now want to move into a manufacturing economy, right? So we have to do a lot of investments into infrastructure first. So, and that's the role of the government. And maybe I'm taking a step back, and maybe this is not an answer to your question, but this is something I want to tell you is that there is something which the government needs to do, in the sense that nobody will come to invest in your country unless you have basic infrastructure right in place, right? So over a period of time, in the last 10-15 years, the reason why today Apple, reason why today Samsung, everybody else is interested in coming to your country and investing in your country is because you have basic infrastructure like an airport built into place, power plant is there, you have 24/7 powers in major cities, you have good infrastructure, port connectivity and all in place. This is because in last 15-20 years you have invested. Today somebody can come in your country, do plug and play and do manufacturing. Today we are talking about PLI, we are talking about Atmanirbhar. The reason why you are able to do that because you have invested such an amount in infrastructure. And that is what is the reason why today we are talking about all that. In fits and starts, we have done that in the past, and today we are reaping some benefits. And I think maybe and over a period of time, as things will move forward, we could see the benefits of that also coming through. So that is what I think over a period of time could work out. So
okay, interesting. So I think you're so right कि without infrastructure development, growing manufacturing is very difficult. So
yeah,
one is sorted on that. But होगा कैसे वो? Because I'm saying on one hand you are saying the PPP actually हम सबको मालूम है कि didn't work out as a model.
right.
Public partnership didn't work out. Private sector capex is not happening for many reasons, including the availability of credit, as you kind of showed us in last chart. Government, of course, is kind of doing a lot of policy interventions, but somehow maybe it doesn't have enough resources.
Yeah.
तो ये होगा कैसे? मतलब ये जो आप पूरा जो कह रहे हो कि हम लोग एक्चुअली एक स्टेप आगे है, हम लोग इतनी लार्ज कंट्री है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट इज अ चैलेंज फॉर अस, तो हम लोग ने मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को ओवरस्टेप करके सीधी सर्विस इंडस्ट्री हो गई हम लोग. दूसरा कि हमारा पूरा जीडीपी का हम लोग एक कंपोजिशन देखें तो वी आर लाइक कंजम्पशन डोमिनेटेड. आइडियली वी शुड हैव बीन इन्वेस्टमेंट डोमिनेटेड, व्हिच वाज चाइना मॉडल.
So this is
तो ये हाँ, तो ये जो पूरा है, यू थिंक इट कैन एवर ट्रांजिशन बिकॉज रिसोर्सेज कहाँ है उसके लिए, एंड द विलिंगनेस फ्रॉम कॉर्पोरेट्स टू इन्वेस्ट इन मोर इन देयर कंपनीज. तो कैपेक्स होगा किस तरह से विश्वेश?
So I mean, this is something obviously a policymaker is also thinking. मैं तो बहुत ही छोटा इंसान हूँ, but I have some answer to it. नहीं, I have some answer to it. But obviously policymakers are also thinking, and different economies have gone through this. It's not that we have not gone through this. And look, a large part of labor cannot be employed into services, right? I mean, manufacturing. Every country, China has also gone through the same thing that we have. South Korea has also gone through the same thing that we have. you need manufacturing to grow for large part of the country to get employed and bring it out of agriculture, right? So to certain extent, what this government is also trying to do in terms of PLI, right? I mean, I have one chart on PLI also, and this national infrastructure pipeline also. So let me bring your notice to national infrastructure pipeline also. कि भाई हमको अगर अपना इकोनॉमी अभी जो है वी आर करेंटली $2 trillion economy, right? If we want to move from a $2 trillion economy to a $5 trillion economy, there is certain set of investment which is required, right? And that investments are staggered in different buckets, right? This is the investment which is required, and government has identified this investment in different buckets. So, those investments, whose infrastructure में required है, and which will help you bring the basic infrastructure which is needed so that manufacturing can come in. Now, what are they doing for manufacturing? This is obviously this is first list of PLI that they have come out with. So you have something in mobile, you have something in API pharma, you have something in medical devices, and they have enlisted some another 10 industries in PLI, right? Which they are going to talk about. So this is the first shot in the arm. Look, we have something called as China Plus One also, wherein we are saying globally, if you know, China is the manufacturing hub of the world. If we can pull, if Vietnam can pull a lot of things from China, we also can pull a lot of things from, China. So, Japan is talking about moving a lot of things from China. We should, and government is obviously cognizant of these things. UP government is talking कि भाई आप हमारे यहाँ आओ तो हम land दे देंगे. Various state governments are now cognizant कि आप हमारे यहाँ आओ हम land दे देंगे. So things are working. So state governments are now rising to the occasion कि भाई आप आओ manufacturing करो हम आपको requisite clearance दे देंगे. So people are realizing that this COVID thing actually has actually been very beneficial for us. So to an extent, I think जो हम लोग मेक इन इंडिया सोच रहे थे didn't fly, right? I mean, didn't fly for certain reason because people were very reluctant, है ना? आज जैसे मैं और आप बैंक अकाउंट नहीं मूव करते, people don't move supply chains that easily. To certain extent, people are ready to move this supply chain because now they understand, boss, if there is a risk to China because my supply chain is getting disrupted, I need an alternative. I need an alternative to China, and to that extent, India alternative is a better alternative because labor is cheap. You have no governance issue in terms of the government and all, and you have good incentive structure. We are Anglo-Saxon in terms of governance and all. So you look at chemicals. One big area where a lot of investments are being talked about. If you talk to our chemical analyst, a lot of money is being a lot of chemical players are talking about JVs being formed. Pharma companies are talking about API players being talking to them, saying we want to set up plants here. So there are opportunities brewing into those two segments where a lot of capex can over the next few years can come. Electronic manufacturing is something which is currently going underway. So air conditioning is currently going underway. So there is manufacturing happening. Currently, we are at just the cusp of it, I think, and these are like capex or manufacturing. Is like it starts very small and it can snowball. I mean, I'm just saying like semiconductor manufacturing that happened in South Korea, right? It blossoms very fast. So once you become a certain size, right, and what government is trying to do is make global champions, right? What we are doing is we are incentivizing people to. So how does this scheme work? We are incentivizing people to come up. You become a global champion. We will select 4 or 5 people, and these 4 or 5 people will become the people who will be incentivized to be global leaders. So we will have Apple, Samsung who will be coming here. They will be incentivized to make certain investments, and they would be given certain incentives for that. Similarly, we have Indian players who would be incentivized to do capex, and that incentive will be linked to the sales. And depending on what sales they do, government will reimburse those incentives. So if we give them those incentives and they become regional champions, like we have Samsung. What is Samsung? Samsung is what South Korea's, local champion, right? So we also can create those kind of local champions from here. So that is what I think we also will have to back people up, right? So that over a period of time will happen. I mean, we also will have manufacturing taking place, provided we incentivize right people. We have a great domestic market. If people can come here and sell those products here, we have not only domestic market, we can export it for outside as well. So those things can happen as well. So here, that is the answer. So
okay, no, interesting. I think you outlined that this whether it's manufacturing, for example, make in India rather is a as an initiative that we had launched, the PLI that you kind of shared the slide on,
Yeah,
and the corporate tax, for example, that we talked about. So I think there are enough incentives which are being put up. And जैसे आपने बोला कि वो snowball effect लेता है, तो it starts slow, but then it kind of gets its own momentum, and then it really becomes very large over time. विश्वास एक ये जो पूरा सेगमेंट है, वेदर कैपेक्स हम लोग बोले, इंडस्ट्रियल्स,
yeah,
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एटसेट्रा, उसमें काफी चीजें हैं, मतलब उसमें पावर भी है और रियल एस्टेट भी है और
right,
सीमेंट भी है और
yeah,
अर्बन इंफ्रा भी है. तो
correct.
can you just really give us an overview of the investment universe for this entire segment called capex for our
Yeah.
viewers, so that we get a fair understanding of where to place which segment or sub segment of infrastructure and capital goods.
श्योर. सो जैसे हम लोग देखते कैसे इसको, मतलब कहने के लिए इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, इन्वेस्टमेंट्स, इंडस्ट्रियल बहुत मतलब इंडिया में ग्लोबली अलग अलग लोग अलग अलग नाम पे कहते हैं. वी आई फॉर ईज ऑफ understanding I'll make you so broadly bifurcate into two things, so one is infrastructure, right? Infrastructure is predominantly the baby of the government. It is the government's duty to make sure you have infrastructure. Why it is government's duty to make sure it is infrastructure? Because it's the public good. गवर्नमेंट इंश्योर करेगी कि ये है तो आपके कंट्री में लोग आके करेंगे. मैं और आप जाके सड़क नहीं बना सकते. गवर्नमेंट कैन ब्रिंग इन प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप, पीपीपी मॉडल कर सकती है. गवर्नमेंट एयरपोर्ट में पीपीपी कर रही है, रोड में पीपीपी कर रही है, एंड वी कैन कम टू व्हाट ड्रॉबैक्स हैपेंड इन इंडिया, बट इट्स प्राइमरीली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. सो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में क्या क्या आता है? एनर्जी, थर्मल, न्यूक्लियर, रिन्यूएबल, जो गिन लो आप. ट्रांसपोर्ट, रोड, रेलवे, एयरपोर्ट, पोर्ट्स. ठीक है. अर्बन इंफ्रा में आपका मेट्रो वगैरह वो आता है. फिर आ जाता है आपका पूरा इंडस्ट्रियल सेगमेंट. इंडस्ट्रियल सेगमेंट में जो भी कंपनीज आपकी इंडस्ट्री, जो मेजर इंडस्ट्रीज है, उसको जो केपेक्स लगता है इंडस्ट्रियल यूटिलिटी के लिए, जो आपका केपेक्स लगने के लिए इक्विपमेंट लगता है, उस इक्विपमेंट को सप्लाई करने वाली जो कंपनीज है, उस कंपनी जो बनाती है, उसको सप्लाई करने वाली कंपनीज को, जैसे स्टील के लिए फर्नेस बनाने वाली, फर्टिलाइजर के लिए जो करने, ऑयल गैस के लिए क्रैकर बनाने वाली कंपनी, केमिकल के लिए बॉयलर बनाने वाली कंपनी, वो सारी कंपनीज को, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनीज को हम लोग इंडस्ट्रियल कंपनीज कहते हैं. देन देयर आर रियल एस्टेट रिलेटेड या डिफेंस रिलेटेड कंपनी जो कंस्ट्रक्शन करती है. जैसे आज मुझे यार आपको कोई बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन कंपनी खरीद, मतलब एक बिल्डिंग बड़ी कंपनी खरीद करनी है, या एक बड़ा मॉल खड़ा करना है, या एक हॉस्पिटल खड़ा करना है, तो दैट कम्स इनटू दिस कैटेगरी. देन देयर आर सिंपल कंज्यूमर डिस्क्रिशनरी कंपनी, लाइट है, पंखा है, एसी है, वैसा वाला. तो दिस इज हाउ ब्रॉडली यू डिफाइन द एंटायर इंडस्ट्रियल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर लैंडस्केप. एक है गवर्नमेंट का बकेट, एक है प्राइवेट का बकेट, जहां प्राइवेट पीएसयू ले लो, जहां सीमेंट ये वो है, जिनका गुड्स रिक्वायर्ड है, कैपिटल गुड्स, जिससे वो दे विल कन्वर्ट अर्थ रॉ मटेरियल्स इनटू समथिंग फिनिश्ड गुड्स, एंड फाइनली यू हैव द something construction kind of a thing. So this is how you bifurcate into these three things. And I have good chart. I'll share that. कि इसमें कौन कौन सी कंपनीज आती है, so that the viewers can understand. So this is what Indian landscape looks like. So in power you have, so India में companies are few, and lot of companies actually transcend into different aspects of things. So जैसे in power you have L&T actually is mother company which actually moves across the vertical, it length and breadth में move करती है. बॉयलर में हो, तो पावर में, सो इंडिया में एक्चुअली पावर वर्टिकल में बहुत ज्यादा है. तो बॉयलर में बोल दो, विंड टर्बाइन में, पावर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में, न्यूक्लियर पावर में, तो L&T मूव्स अक्रॉस देयर. नॉन पावर इंडस्ट्रियल में जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, सो उसमें कंस्ट्रक्शन इक्विपमेंट में BEML है, L&T है, वोल्टास है. इंडस्ट्रियल गुड्स में अगर इंजिन है तो कमिंस है, मोटर्स में अगर CG है, ABB है, कंप्रेसर है तो एल्टास और एटलास कॉपको है, LG है, पंप्स बनाने का है तो किर्लोस्कर है, बेयरिंग है तो FAG है, प्लांट ऑटोमेशन वगैरह का काम है तो यू हैव ABB, थर्मैक्स वगैरह का, हनीवेल, और डिफेंस है तो दिस आर द कंपनी. ट्रांसपोर्ट, रेलवेज, मेट्रोस का काम है तो सीमेंस, ABB, L&T एंड ऑल. सो आई होप दिस generally gives you, demystifies, more or less how Indian landscape looks like.
Right. They are very interesting. I think quite.
And the reason why I'm saying this is, भावदीप भाई, क्या होता है, हर एक एंड सेगमेंट अलग अलग टाइम पे फंक्शन करता है. जैसे कभी पावर चलेगा, कभी विंड चलेगा, मतलब कभी कंस्ट्रक्शन चलेगा, कभी इंजन चलेगा, कभी मोटर चलता है, तो ऐसा नहीं है जैसे 2003-2007 के टाइम पे क्या हुआ था, सब कुछ एक साथ चल रहा था. But unfortunately, in the last 10 years now, for what we have realized, and me and my team has realized, is that there are different point in time, different things work, right? So let's say बीच में engines चल रहे थे because there was power deficit in the country. तो Cummins चल रहा था. कि भाई there was power deficit in the country, तो genset engines चल रहे थे. फिर बीच में कोयले का कमी था, तो कंस्ट्रक्शन इक्विपमेंट चल रहे थे. फिर आपका रोड कंस्ट्रक्शन बढ़ाना था, तो कंस्ट्रक्शन इक्विपमेंट चल रहे थे. फिर आपका ऑयल एंड गैस का बड़ा कैपेक्स होना चालू हो गया, तो ऑटोमेशन के लिए ऑयल एंड गैस इंडस्ट्रीज की डिमांड आना शुरू हो गया. तो डिफरेंट पॉइंट इन टाइम डिफरेंट इंडस्ट्रीज रन. तो जैसे हम लोग, आप फंड मैनेजर बोले ना कि देयर इज अ बॉटम ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी, तो वैसे हमारे सेक्टर में भी ना लास्ट 7-8 साल में व्हाट हैज हैपेंड इज, इट्स नॉट कि आप वन टाइम ले लो और यू रन मतलब बीटा करके चल जाएगा, वैसा नहीं है. इट्स अ मोर बॉटम ऑफ थिंग कि भाई एक मदर ऑफ ऑल करके नहीं चलता है. सो व्हाट यू हैव सीन इन द लास्ट 10 years ना, BHEL फॉर एग्जांपल हैज नॉट परफॉर्म बिकॉज थर्मल हैज सेक्युलरली फॉलन. थर्मल में डिमांड ही नहीं है, तो इट हैज नॉट परफॉर्म. व्हाइल इफ यू लुक एट समथिंग लाइक ए KEC, राइट, इट हैज डन वेरी वेल बिकॉज आपका ट्रांसमिशन सेक्टर इन द लास्ट 10 years और लास्ट 7 years हैज डन वेरी वेल बिकॉज इट वाज एन अंडर इन्वेस्टेड सेक्टर. उसके अंदर इन्वेस्टमेंट्स कम हुए थे. तो एज एन एनालिस्ट व्हाट आवर जॉब इज टू आइडेंटिफाई कि किधर इन्वेस्टमेंट्स कम हुए, किधर इन्वेस्टमेंट ज्यादा हुए, एंड किधर एंड मार्केट अच्छा है, किधर एंड मार्केट कम है. सो वो डायनामिक्स में देखना पड़ता है. दैट इज वेयर that becomes that is the reason why it becomes slightly complex as a sector. It's not one shot all, just like you have in auto, different things move different point in time. अब हमारे में भी there are different levers which move at different point in time.
Yeah, interesting. And as you rightly said, at different point, because it's like bottoms up market for the last few years in particular.
क्योंकि broad दिल्ली आएगा तो शायद सब चल सकता है.
Okay. So आज की तारीख में I think I'm sure all viewers would have top of mind question कि अभी आज की तारीख में कौन से segments and sub segments are you more bullish on because of this China plus one or this PLI first few sectors that are identified, etc. So which segments or sub segments are you more bullish on, and which are the segments that you are really cautious on right now?
So China plus one के point of view से हम लोग automation पे थोड़ा positive है. Okay, that is one. We are positive on infrastructure as general infrastructure. Okay. Thirdly, we are also more positive. I mean, maybe not China plus one, but we are generally more positive on defense also. Okay, and we are also more positive on motors. Okay, because generally क्या है, कभी भी industrial pickup होता है ना आपका भावदीप भाई, तो motors also tend to do very well. So these are the 4-5 segments ना we are very positive about.
Okay.
So बाकी ये तो हो गया आपका इंडस्ट्रियल साइड में. वी समथिंग दैट आई डोंट कवर बट वी आर एज अ हाउस फंड आल्सो वेरी पॉजिटिव इज the companies are the actual beneficiaries, the likes of the people who actually got the PLI, right? Maybe the names in the electronic manufacturer, right, जिनको actual benefit हुआ है. Maybe my contemporary, the other analyst who actually looks at it, he maybe will be able to throw more light कि भाई जो एक्चुअल एयर कंडीशन मैन्युफैक्चरर है या जो एक्चुअल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मैन्युफैक्चरर है, जो एक्चुअल वो कंपनी करती है, क्योंकि वहां क्या है, जो बंदे को बेनिफिट होता है वो बंदा डिस्प्रोपोर्शनेट बेनिफिट हो जाए. हम लोग तो एंसिलरी है, फॉर दैट मैटर वी आर जस्ट एन इक्विपमेंट सप्लायर टू हिम. बट वो बंदे का केपेक्स है या वी आर ओनली रिसिपिएंट ऑफ हिज केपेक्स. ही विल बी डिस्प्रोपोर्शनेट बेनिफिशियरी ऑफ whatever gain that he will get, right? So वो 200 करोड़ का या 500 करोड़ का 1000 करोड़ का केपेक्स करेगा, वो हमको मिलेगा, बट वो केपेक्स से सेल्स जनरेट करके वो कमाएगा. तो we are invested in that also. So
okay. So एक question from here, I just wanted to kind of highlight one debate which is kind of taking shape for the last few months. जब से इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फिर से थोड़ा बहुत वापस आने लगा है पिछले कुछ महीनों में, जैसे कॉल इट अ रेट्रो काइंड ऑफ डिबेट जो लेट 90s में हो रही थी, कि अभी जो आज का टाइम है वहां पे वो आईटी ड्रिवन या तो न्यू एज बिजनेसेस है, वो जब इतना अच्छा कर रही है, फैंक्स का टाइम है फॉर एग्जांपल, तो वहां पे ओल्ड इकोनॉमी का कुछ प्रॉमिस है क्या? मतलब डू यू थिंक इट्स अ गुड इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी? डज इट रियली मेक सेंस given all the challenges that we talked about, whether it's of resources or the execution or implementation, etc. There might be a few success stories or beneficiaries here and there, but do you think compared to this new age economy stocks, this old economy stocks or cyclicals typically hold any promise for investors?
So, Bhavdeep bhai, so what I think, na, the where we are right in per capita and where we are in terms of economic cycle, right? We need to invest significant amount if we were to move per capita wise, and I think those economy have moved that journey, right? Those economic growth and prosperity requires you to do that kind of investment. You can't skip that path of investment, and that is what is needed, and that will be required. You can't matlab, skipping that path will not work out, and I think we'll have to do that journey, and that is what is needed. And over a period of time, why we keep coming back to that is skipping that part will not be that easy. And to my mind, that is where we see such a big disconnect in India. You have certain people with such high per capita income, people living in Bombay, people living in Delhi, and people living in other parts of the country. How you want to bring and bridge that divide, right? If you have manufacturing, if you have large scale manufacturing, you tend to bridge that kind of a divide between people. And to that extent, that only can happen if you have large scale manufacturing. You bring more inclusive growth, and that can only happen if you do this kind of more and more manufacturing and more infrastructure. So I don't think those countries have done that, and that's the reason why they are at the frontier end of technology. Facebook or all that we are talking about right now are a frontier end of technology. We are still trying to do that basic level of investment, and skipping that will not help us any which way. So that is my belief, and we will have to do it. There is no easy way out for us. So that is much needed, and that won't work out. So
That investment is required, and there is no other,
yeah,
there
that
is no
investment
alternative to
much
that,
much
right?
required.
So,
Yeah. There is no
but you
alternative. There is no alternative.
so, but you think it's going to be kind of led by more of government investments, or you see any signs of, because you've been studying this sector for so many years now, and I'm sure you have been tracking capex plans or some of the lead indicators for capex to happen. So, do you see, the corporate capex happening anytime soon in next 2 3 years time, or so? Or what are the lead indicators people should
Yeah,
focus on?
so very interesting. So there's another thing, right? I mean, so how do you understand, or how do you know what are the indicators, right? I mean, how do you know? बोलने के लिए हम लोग बोलते हैं लास्ट इतने सालों में कुछ नहीं हुआ, राइट? कि भाई कुछ हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है पता ही नहीं चलता है. तो भावित भाई, दिस इज व्हाट हैज हैपेंड, राइट? सीमेंट में हम लोगों का F10 में 270 मिलियन टन का कैपेसिटी था, जो आज में 479 मिलियन टन कैपेसिटी है. तो हमने 6% से ग्रो किया है. स्टील का ये था, अभी ये है. एयर ट्रैफिक कैपेसिटी मिलियन पैसेंजर्स में ये था, ये है. सो वी हैव ग्रोन, ऐसा नहीं है वी हैव नॉट ग्रोन. ओके, so how industry or how analysts look at is something we call as capacity utilization. Okay, this is data which RBI comes out. Okay, what we look at is कि आप में या कोई भी प्रमोटर, या लेट अस से प्रमोटर बड़ा कोई भी सेट होता है, वो देखता है कि कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन कितना चल रहा है. मेरा फैक्ट्री है, उसका कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन बढ़ रहा है या आने वाले 2 साल में अगर 75-80% के, जब भी 85 के ऊपर जाता है तब जाके केपेक्स होता है. तो हम लोग इंडस्ट्री वाइज आरबीआई डेटा पब्लिश करता है हर एक इंडस्ट्री का. सो दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव. सो ये सीमेंट का है, ठीक है. सीमेंट का ये रहा कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन का डेटा. सो सीमेंट का अभी 74 हुआ करता था, 70 है अभी. सिमिलरली स्टील का 73 है. आपका ऑयल एंड गैस में हम लोग 100% के ऊपर चल रहे हैं. ऑयल एंड गैस में केपेक्स होने का चांस है. ऑयल एंड गैस में केपेक्स होएगा. ऑयल एंड गैस में डाउनस्ट्रीम केपेक्स होने का चांस है ज्यादा. डाउनस्ट्रीम केपेक्स के अंदर मे बी L&T इज वन ऑफ द बेनिफिशियरी, बट सीमेंट, स्टील, बाकी सब इंडस्ट्री का अगर आप देखो, एंड अभी इफ यू लुक एट कोविड आने के बाद आई थिंक थोड़ा कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन कम भी हो गए. तो वी आर नॉट सीइंग कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन फुल. सो थिंक ऑफ इट लाइक अ प्रमोटर के मेरा फैक्ट्री है, मेरा फैक्ट्री अगर यूटिलाइजेशन कम है तो मैं नया कैपेसिटी नहीं लगाऊंगा. सो दिस इज वन पैरामीटर ऑफ लुकिंग एट इट. द सेकेंड वे ऑफ लुकिंग एट थिंग्स इज शॉर्ट साइकिल ऑर्डर. सो एज एन इंडस्ट्रियल एनालिस्ट व्हाट वी लुक एट इज कि मेरे शॉर्ट साइकिल ऑर्डर्स है, जैसे मेरा ऑटो डिमांड है, या मेरा एब्रेसिव डिमांड है, या मेरा जो ये मेरा बेरिंग्स का डिमांड है, उस डिमांड में कैसा पिकअप आ रहा है, उस डिमांड में कैसा टर्न आ रहा है. उस डिमांड में अगर मेरा टर्न या इंडस्ट्रियल इक्विपमेंट्स है, जैसा मेरा डंपर है, फ्रंट बैकवर्ड लोडर्स है, उस डिमांड के अंदर अगर मेरे को बड़ा टर्न दिख रहा है, बड़ा बड़ा वी शेप रिकवरी दिख रहा है, जहां पे मुझे लग रहा है, या सीवी साइकिल है उसमें अगर मुझे बड़ा टर्न दिख रहा है, इज वेयर आई सी इकोनॉमी इज शूटिंग थ्रू द रूफ। वैसा हमको अभी नहीं दिख रहा है। कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन डेटा भी हमको देख के ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है कि वी आर एक्चुअली ओवर हीटिंग और देयर इज अ बिग कैपेक्स अराउंड द कॉर्नर। सो these are the few things which we as analysts or industry veterans keep tracking कि भाई ये ऐसा डेटा है और आपका यूटिलाइजेशन डेटा है, देख के ऐसा लगता है कि सो वी आर समवेयर। ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर जोर से डिमांड आएगा तो कैपेसिटी फुल हो जाएगा, पर ऐसा जोर से डिमांड बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड लग नहीं रहा आएगा। सो दैट इज वेयर आई थिंक वी आर वी डोंट सी कि बड़ा कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन, बड़ा कैपेक्स आ सकता है। And but all this now is आने से पहले we would come to know, because all these companies generally in con call would say, so say for example few weeks back Ultratech had said that they would do some brownfield expansion. So before anybody does any greenfield expansion ना, they will talk about some brownfield expansion. तो जैसे मैं सेठ हूँ तो मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं कुछ भी नया कैपेक्स करने से पहले मेरा एग्जिस्टिंग कैपेसिटी का कहीं इधर उधर एफिशिएंसी कैपेक्स के ऊपर खर्चा करूंगा। सो दीज आर साइंस के बॉस, मैं बड़ा कैपेक्स आने से पहले छोटा एफिशिएंसी कैपेक्स करूंगा या आजू बाजू का एंसिलरी कैपेक्स करने का शुरू कर दूंगा। सो दिस लीड गिव्स यू लीड इंडिकेटर। जो आप पूछ रहे थे ना कि भाई लीड इंडिकेटर क्या है, तो दीज आर द लीड इंडिकेटर कि भाई मेरे को समझ में आ जाएगा बॉस, या यहाँ से मुझे लग रहा है कि इसको डिमांड का सेंस आ रहा है। दिस आर द लीड इंडिकेटर के बॉस, इसको लग रहा है कि हाँ ये डिमांड आने का चांस है। बट apart from 1-2 players, we have not seen broad based people saying कि boss हाँ मुझे लग रहा है कि डिमांड आ रहा है। You need to listen from lot of people. You need to listen from lot of players. That is not happening. People are doing capex, but these are efficiency capex. People are saying कि भाई मैं waste heat recovery plant डाल रहा हूँ। People are saying कि भाई मैं water treatment plant. These are not these are not capacity augmentation वाला capex. These are more efficiency capex. उससे बड़ा डिफरेंस नहीं बनता है भौतिक भाई। सो वी आर समवेयर इन नो मैन जोन राइट नाउ। We will have to wait it out before we see any more signs for capex to come through.
So key lead indicator as you said is
Capacity.
like capacity utilization, and
Yeah.
But how do we explain this, Vishwesh, that we have been as a country, we have been growing at a nominally at least double-digit GDP growth over the last 12 years or so. How do you explain the GDP growth, the infrastructure segment growth, as you kind of showed us multiple segments and how steel, cement, oil and gas, etc. kind of grew. So that's growing at 5, 6, 7%, and GDP is growing at about double digit plus, at least, I mean double digit plus at least on nominal terms.
Yeah.
Is it because the investment बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया था, over investment हो गया था पिछली cycle में? Is that the reason, or you think some sort of either as you rightly pointed out, these efficiency gains, or people are kind of optimally using technology, and maybe because of that without further significant investment in infrastructure also economy is kind of still growing at the rate that it has been growing at?
So consumption, I think so when investment falls, consumption growth has been much higher than investment. So in the last 10 years consumption growth has been much sharper than the investment growth. So that has been the reason why your GDP growth has been chugging along much better than the GDP growth. So that has been the reason. So the previous chart that I showed, okay, the reason why investments had fallen down from 30 odd percent to not 30, 35 odd percent to 30% as a percentage of GDP shows clear deceleration in GDP, right? Investments to GDP, right? So, and that is what government is also planning, ना कि भाई हमको अगर अभी consumption cannot pull the economy, right? Unless क्या हो रहा है कि गवर्नमेंट ने, देखो होता क्या है, मैं आपको समझाता हूँ कि गवर्नमेंट ने 2004 में जब ये लैंड वगैरह खरीदने का चालू किया, ये सब अपना रोड प्रोजेक्ट के लिए, तो क्या होता है, आपको जमीन का पैसा मिला, नया लैंड रोड बनने का चालू हुआ, so you got wealth effect, right? And then you started spending, after a certain point in time that gets stagnated. You need constant pumping of money in the economy in terms of infrastructure so that money keeps on coming to the people, right? So government needs to keep on doling out in terms of infrastructure building. how to keep that money, keep that momentum going, right? So they came out with in 2019 with something called a national infrastructure pipeline कि भाई हमको आने वाले 5 साल तक कुछ 100 lakh crore का खर्चा करना है. This is what they decided. That's what they call a national infrastructure pipeline. So they decided कि हम लोग इतना खर्चा करेंगे to take the economy from $2 trillion to $5 trillion का. This is what is needed. $100 trillion investment is needed in various categories. So energy is one of them. Infrastructure is, road infrastructure is one. Urban infrastructure is one of them. You and I live in Bombay, right? So the amount of commutation, metro, affordable housing, potable water, these are important things. You and I know, हम लोग coastal road है, of Trans Harbour Link है. These are major investments which are needed. How would you do? Dedicated freight corridor है, Bombay Delhi, Bombay Ahmedabad, ये bullet train बन रहा है. So all this infrastructure spending, you first acquire land, then you give out major infrastructure contracts, right? This all what will happen is पहले आप जमीन खरीदते हो, then you give contract to people like L&T and all, then they will hire labor, they will give money to the labor, they will start spending on the consumption, वो लोग घर खरीदेंगे. So it gives a money multiplier effect to the economy, and that leads to consumption. That leads to wealth effect. आपके मेरे सबका job growth होता है. That is how it spins the economy, and that is why it is needed. So 1 rupee of this is what we call as investment multiplier. So you spend 1 rupee into investment, it leads to 1.52 rupees to money multiplier effect in the economy. So that is why investment is such a crucial thing in any GDP, and that's why it is very important. So
Interesting. Yeah. So talking about now from sector to investments, Vishwas, as you mentioned कि ये काफी जो पूरा segment है उसमें sub segments, I mean the leadership of sub segments keep changing at different points in time. So I'm sure, and as you rightly pointed out, bottoms up investing becomes all the more important in this.
right.
So tell us something about your company selection strategy. How do you kind of select one company over another within
Right.
this segment?
So, I think every analyst has his or her framework, and over a period of time, what we have seen is in infra, the skips are also equally important than selections. And actually, infra में a lot of people have. You also have been in the industry for long. Infra में a lot of people have actually made way. So every teji, right? Lot of people have died. Last cycle, there were a lot of players which are not there in this cycle. Previous to that, also there were a lot of people who are not in this cycle. So, lot of mistakes happened, and there are various reasons. So, it's a very complex sector to track, and there are various reasons, and I'll tell you why it is so. So, I would bifurcate into two aspects. How we look at it. So one is, how you look at the overall, macro part. This is, how you look at the opportunity size. So there are various end markets as we discussed, right? So you can have road, you can have civil infra, you can have metro, power, port, and there can be different drivers for each of them, right? You can road में आपको नितिन गडकरी will drive, civil infra में somebody else, metro में somebody else will drive, power में पीयूष गोयल will drive, or airports में somebody else will drive. There would be state level intervention also. Policy में अब center का कुछ आएगा, state का आएगा, कभी multilateral कुछ बोलेगा. So there are different directives, for different things. Government का क्या intention है, क्या नहीं है. Government का कभी मन हुआ कि हाँ bullet train बनाना है तो करेंगे, कभी back burner पे रख देंगे. So there are different dynamics on the intent. It's not like consumer वाला है कि भाई हाँ गाड़ी लेना है नहीं लेना है. It's not one shot all, right? So there is one way. One thing is you have to find out what is the intent of the policy maker. What is the intent of the government. They finally, the person who is giving you the order. Because finally, whether it is the businessman who is giving you the order or the government who is giving you the order, his balance sheet. Because आज तुमको ऑर्डर मिल गया, लेट अस से फॉर एग्जांपल तुमको किसी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने ऑर्डर दे दिया, एंड भाई उसके पास पैसा ही नहीं है, तो फिर वापस तुमको वही है कि भाई तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम चालू हो जाएगा. सो दैट इज अनदर प्रॉब्लम. सो यू हैव टू सी कि क्या हो रहा है ऑन दैट पार्ट. वंस यू गेट द ऑर्डर, फिर आपको देखना है कि एक बार कंपनी अगर ऑर्डर मिल गया तो कंपनी ऑर्डर ले पाएगा कि नहीं, एबिलिटी टू विन ऑर्डर, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी और नॉट. तो लास्ट साइकिल में क्या होता था 2007 वाले में, ऑर्डर मिल जाता था, कंपनी चल जाती थी, कि कंपनी को ऑर्डर मिल गया, कंपनी चल जाती थी, ठीक है। अभी क्या हो रहा है, कंपनी को ऑर्डर मिल गया, अभी लोग देखते हैं भाई इसको ऑर्डर मिला है, उसके बाद वाले को जो L1 है तो उसके L2 और L1 के बीच क्या डिफरेंस है, L1 और कंपनी ने, गवर्नमेंट ने जो कोटेशन दिया उसके बीच क्या डिफरेंस है, टू फिगर आउट कंपनी ने सच में ऑर्डर जीता है, प्रॉफिटेबल होगा कि नहीं। फिर कंपनी ने अगर कहीं दूर दराज इलाके में ऑर्डर जीता है तो प्रॉफिटेबल होगा कि नहीं। फिर कंपनी ने इसमें ब्याज क्या लगेगा, फिर कंपनी इसके अंदर वर्किंग कैपिटल कितना लगाएगा, लिवरेज क्या होगा, फाइनली इसमें से पैसा बनेगा कि नहीं बनेगा। there are a lot of variables, because Bhavdeep bhai, these are project businesses. Let's say for example आप एक मुंबई का, आप फॉर एग्जांपल ले लो, आप मुंबई कोस्टल रोड बांध रहे हो, आपने प्रोजेक्ट जीत लिया, लेट अस से 5,000 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट है, आपको कोर्ट ने बोल दिया आप 3 महीने तक काम नहीं कर सकते हो। व्हाट विल हैपन, ये प्रोजेक्ट विल गेट डिलेड। आपने साइट मोबिलाइज कर दी, आपको विंटर्स का मीटर चालू हो गया, आपने सरकार को पैसा दे दिया है, ठीक है, प्रोजेक्ट डिले होता है, कॉस्ट एस्केलेशन चालू हो जाते हैं, ठीक है, सीमेंट का भाव बढ़ गया, आपका मार्जिन कम हो जाएगा, स्टील का भाव बढ़ गया, आपका मार्जिन कम हो जाएगा। सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स टेंड टू इम्पैक्ट योर मार्जिन। सेकंड, डिले होता है, सरकार आपको पे करेगा नहीं करेगा, इज समथिंग यू विल ओनली कम टू नो व्हेन द प्रोजेक्ट एंड। सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स एंड ईच प्रोजेक्ट इज डिफरेंट, राइट। सो ऐसा नहीं है कि एक प्रोजेक्ट में पैसा बनाया इसका मतलब ये है श्योरिटी के दूसरे प्रोजेक्ट में पैसा बनेगा। सो देयर आर डिफरेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स विल हैव डिफरेंट P&L, different projects will have different balance sheet and different cash flows also. So to that extent, different variability will be happening on different things. So to that extent, you require a company which is quite mature and has seen cycles, right, to manage things well. Company खड़ा कोई भी कर सकता है, but somebody has to see cycles to see to it that he is able to manage these things much better. वरना क्या हो जाता है, आप बड़े ऑर्डर ले लोगे, but in a short span of time you can just you blow yourself up. दो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ले लिया, लिक्विडिटी डैमेज आ गया और you are out of business, and with you also take an investor for a ride, and that has happened for a lot many companies. You can take a list of laundry list, बहुत बड़ा है। तो एंड राइट रॉन्ग नहीं कह रहा हूँ, इंडिया में भी पॉलिसी एनवायरनमेंट में बहुत सारे फ्लिप फ्लॉप हुए, गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो चेंज हो जाता है, ब्यूरोक्रेट्स चेंज हो जाते हैं, you know that, right? I mean, ये आपको स्टेट लेवल, म्यूनिसिपल लेवल, सेंट्रल लेवल, सब जगह पे चेंजेस होते हैं। डूइंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इज नॉट लाइक डूइंग some small thing. It's actually doing out the work out there, so it's a challenging thing. So
interesting. I'm challenging actually more than interesting, because as much as it is difficult for an infrastructure company to be successful, it must be even more difficult for you to find the right company to invest in, because
वैसा है। So that is what it is. So
yeah, so I think as I understand, I think there are so many variables which have to go right for infrastructure company to make money. As you
that's the reason why there are very few successful companies, and people who are successful actually build a moat around them. I mean, and that is the reason why they are enduring. So why you have only one Larsen Bro, right? Why you have only one KEC? Why you have only one NCC? Why you have one EBB? Why you have one Siemens, right? They for 100 years, right? They know business practices. They have been there. They have processes in place. They know how to do businesses, and so that is the reason why they build enduring processes.
Sorry. So Vishwesh, would you say that scale is the moat? I mean, what is the moat in this infrastructure companies? I mean, what if built will really help them succeed over time?
So in infrastructure, so in capital goods, engineering is the moat. Okay, your ability in technology is the moat. In infrastructure, your ability to do project at the right price is the moat. I mean, and not get carried away. देखो हुआ क्या था last cycle में, lot of people said कुछ भी भाव पे प्रोजेक्ट ले लेते and lot of them went away, right? L&T decided कि भाई अपने को prudence रहने का है. You have to be prudent when others are not. You have to see that cycle, right? कि भाई ठीक है, मेरे को 2 साल ऑर्डर नहीं मिलेंगे, चल जाएगा. So you have to be slightly counter-cyclical, and that is where companies survive and some companies don't, right? आप 2-3 खराब प्रोजेक्ट ले लो, आपका कंपनी will not be there in the next cycle. So
got it. So we are saying engineering is one space where definitely there is some
engineering में तो टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांटेज बहुत बड़ा है. It's Indian companies में बहुत few है. You have global German companies which are German Swiss companies which have got superior technology advantage compared to Indian. India में ज्यादा कोई है ही नहीं. So they have superior technology advantage. You know, Honeywell hai, ABB hai, Siemens hai.
Would you like to talk about some of the examples, like some of the portfolio companies, just only
So
for the
we have
purpose of
Honeywell,
viewers
right?
understanding?
So we have Honeywell in our portfolio. We own,
Mhm.
which has been like a multi-bagger for us and a great find for our fund manager and Stoyle analyst also. Uh, so the idea had been very clear. Okay, you know, in India, automation, city surveillance was something we were very positive on, and that was one company which was consistently delivering on sales and margins. So you look at how it moved on margins, right? Compared to others in its space, it kept on delivering, you know, YOY, quarter on quarter. So and that is what you know, has led to its price performance. So that was one name I can talk about. The second name is, you know, look at KC. You know, we entered the name somewhere in 2014. You know, we saw that, you know, thermal space, a lot of investment had happened before that. But you know, India was underinvested in the grid space, you know, transmission space, and you know, there were the competition used to be between 3-4 players. You know, you had Jyoti, Kalpataru, and KEC. While Jyoti was getting out of the business, while there were 2 players, but between the two, you could have either of them. But we decided to go with an RPG group company. We decided to pick KEC. Good people, good management. So the stock actually became a multi-bagger for us. That name also, because but there was and that is because we identified end markets, right? You know, end markets in the sense, there was a sector tailwind. There was PGCL capex, you know, growing, and the company was able to, you know, grow along with the growth of the capex that was happening on the PGCL side, on the transmission side. And you know, in capital goods, I would like to say one thing, and which I say to my team also. The companies have to do self help, you know. There will be some tailwind, but यहाँ पे है ना, सब कुछ सेल्फ हेल्प है, you know. आपको बड़ा tailwind नहीं मिलेगा. So आप जितना सेल्फ हेल्प करोगे उतना ही आपके लिए अच्छा है, you know. आपको खुद को मार्जिन पे काम करना है, सेल्स ग्रोथ पे काम करना है. बड़ा साइकिल नहीं है, there is no super cycle right now. जितना आप इंटरेस्ट कॉस्ट कम करोगे, जितना आप अपना ऑपरेशनल एफिशिएंसी बढ़ाओगे, जितना मार्जिन बढ़ाओगे, उतना ही आपका स्टॉक प्राइस ऊपर जाएगा. सो ग्लोबली ऑल्सो कैपिटल गुड्स आर इन सेल्फ हेल्प मोड. हियर ऑल्सो वी आर इन सेल्फ हेल्प मोड. सो देयर इज नो टाइड either against or for. You are in a tranquil water and you have to drive yourself up, and that is what it is all about. So you can't assume कि भाई मेरे को कोई up push कर लेगा. We are not in that segment कि भाई आपको कोई up push कर लेगा. So if you are able to, you know, move, you know, if you are able to, so KC margin started going up with the new CEO coming, and that's where the stock started flying. So good thing is we avoided a lot of bad names, not a bad name, but a lot of things which we thought the industry was collapsing. So let's say Suzlon, for example, we avoided saying that because the way in which solar prices were falling, right? We decided it was wind हो ही नहीं पाएगा. So not that company was bad or promoter was, but wind हो ही नहीं पाएगा कि जिस तरह से solar के prices were keep falling down, wind हो ही नहीं पाएगा. So not only sometimes companies may be great, right? Promoters may be great, business models may be great, but your industry dynamics also may change, right? So those also can be a very difficult factor for you to, you know, become positive on the company. So that's another challenge you have to look at.
So just tell me, I'm just quite interesting way you kind of described कि generally माना जाता है कि super cycle या तो मतलब you ride that or you don't ride that. Now what you are saying is that there are some beautiful opportunities within the infra space, and some very successful companies either through scale or through margin or just by ability to kind of see through the value chain and finding a great market there. So how do you which kind of philosophy do you subscribe to? Do you subscribe to the fact that average company but a great business will do great, or you believe that a great company but average sector will do well? And when I'm saying sector, I'm talking about the sub-segment of the infrastructure universe that you kind of picturized for us. So shall I repeat the question? So I'm saying in the broad space that you said, there are so many sub-segments of infrastructure and the capital goods and the real estate and defense and other things. Now, would you believe that the best company, you know, in an average sector versus a great company in an average sector versus an average company but a great sector which has some sort of tailwind or some sort of growth drivers in place, they will do well. Which kind of companies would you like to go for?
I would go for the first one. I think, irrespective of the tailwind, if the person is doing well, right? I mean, that would be something that's a commendable thing, right? I mean,
Okay.
because you look at it from a portfolio manager's point of view, right? I mean, look at it from my superior, I mean, a fund manager's point of view. Also, I mean, if there is somebody who is creating value, right? I mean, if he's improving himself, right, despite what things are, right? Because sector tailwind though is something
आता जाता रहेगा.
may turn, you never know, right? I mean, who would have known, things will
Correct.
turn so in 2010, if you had told somebody about infra का दिन नहीं रहेगा, people would have been like, क्या बात कर रहा है करके. So you don't know, and things can turn tomorrow also. Government is actually working very hard, and things can turn. You never know. But within that turn also, you'll always see people who are doing good, right? They gallop like anything. People who are an efficient machine. I've seen that. Over a period of time, I understand. People who build their businesses in a very efficient machine, in terms of capital efficiency. People who build their machine in terms of governance and all, they tend to, they are like that. They are like the cheetahs who will run much faster. Who will grow much faster than the rest of the industry. And they'll be outperformers for us also as an industry. I have understood they'll be outperformers for us. So that is something I'm very, 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 very clear about. So
very interesting. I mean, even to a layman, I mean, in the sense that I'm a non-investment professional, and kind of makes perfect sense to me, as you said, that the company, if it is fundamentally strong, then the tailwind and the headwinds anyways are very difficult to predict anyways. What's more important is to understanding the company right, and whether they have their business management and valuation right. So I think that's very interesting. Great. So I think we are just towards the end of our session, Vishwas. Just from your standpoint, as I understand, what you summarized is that it's one segment which we cannot sidestep. I mean, we have to make investment. We have to really get the infrastructure right for our manufacturing to grow, and for our overall economy to grow. But at the same time, you don't see the capex coming in anytime soon because of the levels of capital utilization right now.
So now, what I would say is, look, I'll bifurcate into two parts. So let me summarize very clearly.
Sure.
So there are hard sectors, like steel, cement, where I think current capacity utilization suggests we are not very near in terms of capacity, and we are not near capex. But soft segments में we are doing PLI, right? Electronics में तो हम लोग कहीं है ही नहीं. तो there capex can happen. But will that capex move the needle? मतलब वो capex से needle शायद move नहीं होगा. बट वहां पे काम बहुत जोरों से हो रहा है, राइट? एंड वी आर कॉन्स्टेंटली इवेल्युएटिंग दैट. वी आर नॉट, बट वहां पे कुछ हो सकता है. इन द सेंस देयर आर the government, look, the biggest risk for me or any capital good analyst is government doing something, right? Because policy imperatives, right? कल नया कुछ लॉ आ गया, कुछ सरकार ने बोल दिया, कोई बड़ा आदमी बोल के मैं कैपेक्स कर रहा हूँ ना, this is the biggest risk that we run, right? हम लोग बोल सकते हैं, we can sleep because कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, right? Somewhere down the line,
some announcement happens.
The biggest thing we track is the policy announcement, right? Or capex announcement, and that is what, and data comes, we have to change our view, right? We are talking as of today, right? On 23rd December, right? Things can change. So what I'm saying is, as of today, हम लोग जानते हैं PLI का announcement हो गया, China Plus One हो गया. If things blossom very well, there could be big round of capex happening on those lines. अभी ट्रेडिशनल इंडस्ट्री में नहीं लग रहा है. 2003-2007 में हमने ट्रेडिशनल इंडस्ट्री में बड़ा कैपेक्स देखा था. 2003-2007 में हमने ट्रेडिशनल इंडस्ट्री में ग्लोबली भी बड़ा कैपेक्स देखा था. ठीक है, वो कैपेक्स साइकिल और ये कैपेक्स साइकिल अलग है. ये कैपेक्स साइकिल एफिशिएंसी वाला कैपेक्स साइकिल है. ये कैपेक्स साइकिल सॉफ्ट इंडस्ट्री वाला कैपेक्स साइकिल है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स वाला कैपेक्स साइकिल है, केमिकल का कैपेक्स साइकिल है, फार्मा का कैपेक्स साइकिल है. गिने चुने लोगों का बड़ा आउट परफॉर्मेंस हो सकता है. पिक एंड चूज वाला रहेगा. मतलब जो आदमी को बड़ा मिल गया वो उसका वाला नारा हो सकता है, इज व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल. फॉर एग्जांपल, लेट्स से किसी को बड़ा प्लांट ऑर्डर मिल गया, सो पिक एंड चूज रहेगा. सो इट विल नॉट बी अ गंग हो कैपेक्स रैली लाइक वी सॉ इन द पीएसए कि भाई गधा घोड़ा सब दौड़ रहा है ना, ऐसा नहीं होएगा. दैट्स व्हाट वी वर ट्राइंग टू डाइसेक्ट, राइट? कि इसको भी मिला, उसको, ऐसा सब कुछ नहीं चलेगा. सो यू विल हैव segments, right? Some companies doing very well, some companies not doing. This is how it will work. Is what I'm trying to, in a nutshell tell you. So, and government capex obviously in a shot in the arm rahega. We are trying to do road, we are trying to do metro. These are, you see, जिस तरह से high speed rail corridor का order आ रहा है, day in day out, you are getting orders. L&T is winning. We are doing a lot on high speed rail corridor. Government is giving out orders. things are heavy, things are happening, things are moving. So those can be, you know, things which can move, you know, page can move forward. So
And people can be surprised, right? I mean, with the kind of work that is going on by government in terms of new policies or policy interventions, it can really, really surprise positively.
yeah, correct.
So last question, and I'm sure most of the people would be interested in this. तो आपने जब ये दिखाया पूरा framework of investment universe in this space, one of the things that you talked about was this household capex, which is real estate.
Yeah.
And of late, it has kind of started seeing a lot of investor interest, and even the
Right.
primary consumption invest. No,
Right.
I'm not saying I'm not sure about the investor interest, but the primary consumers are kind of making a beeline to invest in real estate. So, what's your view on this space?
सो सर, आई मीन जितना हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, देखो अफोर्डेबिलिटी हैज इम्प्रूव्ड, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बिकॉज ऑफ इंटरेस्ट रेट अफोर्डेबिलिटी हैज इम्प्रूव्ड. Secondly, I think because of duty rate cuts, people are buying houses. I think some developers have cut rates also. So to that extent, people are buying because people were waiting for the last 4 years के भी हमको घर खरीदना है, घर खरीदना है. People are buying that house. I think if that can spur that demand, it will be great. क्योंकि I think one of the biggest factor was people were pulling back कि भाई मेरे को लग रहा है प्राइस और कम होगा. People have now started bidding into that. So if that investments, because अभी commercial का तो थोड़ा weak लग ही रहा है, and commercial will remain weak because people are, you know, work from home वाला फंडा थोड़ा लंबा रहेगा. Corporates are also thinking, but commercial का weakness should I think, but that is boon for housing, and housing should pick up. So that seems to be the case, and जो जितना भी हम लोगों ने इन लोगों से बात किया है, property consultants and all, they are thinking, they are saying quite good numbers. So not only in tier 1, tier 2 towns, maybe also things are picking up. Even to our surprise, even online also people are now looking at things and buying also. So to that extent, it seems that we are turning around the corner. If that happens, सोने पे सुहागा है, because household has been one of the lacking factor where the capex was, you know, slow down.
What kind of multiplier does it have, Vishwas? Quite a few people talk about real estate growth having a multiplier effect on the overall growth. So you think that's real?
So basically real estate, so basically real estate is 12% of household, is basically 12% of investments into GDP, right? So household contributes to 12% of investments in GDP, household capex. So that to that extent, वो भी slow हो रहा था. So it at peak it used to be 15-16%. It had come down to 12%. In the last 4-5 years, the growth in household capex had been was the slowest. And जो भी अपना GFCF में slowdown दिखा is all because of household. So and household में होता क्या है, basically all आपका labor जो है वो slow down हो जाता है, cement consumption का slow down हो जाता है. So basically you don't consume cement, आपका ये जो पूरा home improvement industry है, that also will face a slowdown. So with revival in all that, you'll see all the ancillary also reviving. So and that demand,
kitchenware and furniture and so many things, right? I mean, white goods, multiple stuff. Interesting. Great, Vishwas. Just last question on the. Can you just translate all your outlook into what would you advise to the existing investors in infrastructure funds, and whether you would kind of advise some sort of top up exposure in infrastructure fund at this point in time?
So I think we should remain invested, and we should top up currently what you have invested. Whenever government intensifies, right? So we have seen in 2016-17, go back whenever Modi ji came in also, we had seen infrastructure does really well as a segment also. Infrastructure segment does very well compared to the overall segment, right? In 16-17, when we saw this Make in India program coming out, we saw infrastructure segment outperforming the overall market. Even currently, this government is actually taking this COVID as an opportunity to do a lot of reforms. Last 4-5 साल में हमने टैक्स रेट कट किया है, लास्ट 4-5 साल में हमने डिमॉन्ड किया है, जीएसटी किया है. Lot of these things have actually, some have stalled growth, some have tried to address structural reforms. Things will fall in place, and agar something snowballs and PLI hai, China Plus One hai, and you see things coming into play. Pharma mein, a lot of people are talking about that, and look at stock prices in pharma, and you look at commentary of a lot of pharma companies. You start seeing that there is some action happening on the ground. People are talking about capex, right? Some chemical companies are also talking about capex. Things can actually blossom. So I would say that if you should have investments in infrastructure fund, this is the right time. In the next 1 to 3 years, this category will definitely see a better outperformance, than more than the broader market, because whenever this category ना is actually more news flow driven, more event driven. आपका जब execution होता है ना, तब peak हो जाता है, तब sentiment, it's a more sentiment driven, कि आपका आने वाला है, news आने वाला है, order flow आने वाला है, then that is when things start moving up. People generally feel about ये मतलब the euphoria. It's more about that's when के sentiment हो रहा है, ये होने वाला है. That's, and we have to ride that way. That, I mean, it is how it starts moving up. And so, and we are seeing
So
investment,
now
right?
just
Whether
if
it's
you
Samsung,
sorry.
we are seeing investment, right? Whether it is Samsung, we are seeing investment from Apple, we are seeing investments from other mobile manufacturers. So it's happening. So
Fair. Now just a rapid fire, just one word. Okay, next 5 years, Nifty versus infrastructure segment. You think infrastructure segment can kind of outperform Nifty?
Yeah.
Yeah, high probability.
Yeah, high probability.
Okay, so at least there has to be some exposure within the sector and thematic segment of the portfolio of investors into infrastructure.
Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful. So thank you very much, Vishwesh, for all your insights and for some inputs that you have given. At least, I mean, I am clearer, about the entire investment universe and how do you do stock picking, most importantly.
Thank you.
This purely bottom up. So thank you for all the insights, and thank you everyone for joining us on this in this episode of your Market Navigator. Good evening to everyone once again, and I hope you all have a wonderful end of 2020, and see you in 2021 with our Mahesh Patil sharing with us the outlook for 2021 on, I think, 6th of next Wednesday. So thank you very much once again for joining us, and good night. Thank you. Thank you, Vishwesh.
Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.